A very good morning, students. I welcome you all for the topic Components and Performance of Wind Energy Conversion System. This comes under the subject Renewable Energy Generation Technology. So, we are going to see what is a wind energy conversion system, then what are all the components which present inside the wind energy conversion system. So, in outer view, we know only the fan like structure and a tower. That is what we visually see from the wind energy conversion system or wind turbine, but there is a more component running on the top of the nacelle, that is box like structure. So how it performs, what are all the components which present inside that box, and how the wind energy conversion system operates will be deeply discussed in this video. So the wind energy systems are one of the prominent renewable energy source which is powering an sustainable future. Sustainable future means without compromising the environmental policy, it is giving a chance to develop the future. So that is what sustainable future. So the wind energy is a critical pillar of a global clean energy transition. Why we call it as a clean energy transition is it is not producing any harmful gases or any byproducts. So it is projected that by 2023 the global wind capacity will exceed 1 terawatt, that is providing over 10% of world's electricity. That is very huge in number. This rapid expansion shows the investment of $300 billion, underscoring its vital role in grid stability. So this investment will help the growth of wind energy conversion system for the good growth related to the renewable energy system. These are all some core components of modern wind turbine. That is, first one is an blade, then nacelle, tower, and foundation, and overall control system. So we go in deep for each component. The first one is an blade. It is an typically three in number. This can reach up to 120 meters. Such a huge blades are available. Even small blades are available. So these are all designed to efficiently capture the kinetic energy from the wind. It will have a very good aerodynamic feature and less in weight. So those blades are responsible for capturing the kinetic energy from the wind. Then second one is a nacelle. This is in heart of a wind turbine. The box-like structure which provides the housing for the generator, gearbox, and control system. It is a compact engineering marvel because in that much height, these many components are housed inside the box and functioning efficiently in the wind flow. That is a very risky one. That is an really an engineering marvel. The next one is a tower which is supporting the nacelle and the rotor. The tower height will reach up to 160 meters on onshore. They are engineered for stability and durability. Why it gives an assurance of stability and durability means those towers are standing in the heavy wind flow. So if it is not a stable one, then due to the wind power, the tower may fall down. So the stability and durability plays a major role here. Then foundation. The foundation is again one of the crucial thing because it gives the support for stability, and foundations are mainly made with concrete or steel. Their design is tailored to specific site condition. If it is in good soil, then they will go for concrete. If it is in bad soil, then go for integration with both concrete and soil steel. Then the control system, this is a sophisticated system optimize the power output and ensures the safe operation. It continuously monitor the wind speed. If any abnormality occurs, then it will alter the wind blade angle, or even it will turn the nacelle, or even it will stop the wind power generation by putting in strong brake. The wind turbine will not work at the very high wind speeds. So how the wind turbine generate electricity? That is one of the important aspect here. The term called aerodynamics. The wind blade are designed in such a way that captures the wind kinetic energy, as I said earlier. So when the wind is flow towards the blade, then it will capture. Automatically, it will start to rotate. So that will rotate the rotor. So the wind forces to turn the rotor hub. So the wind blade, rotor, generator are connected in the same shaft. So when the blade rotates, automatically the rotor rotates. So the rotor rotates, automatically the generator rotates. So the gearbox is one of the important thing. It increases the low rotor speed for the generator. Then we all know the generator. It is one of the important part in all types of renewable energy systems. It will convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So here the electrical energy which is generated is an AC power. Please note that. Then if you want to integrate with the grid, then the transformer is needed for boost up the voltage for transmission. And if you want to store it, then you can store it in the batteries. Again, you want to convert it into DC, then you can store it in the batteries. So the performance matrices and efficiency and output. So the performance numbers says the wind turbines efficiency. That is, in capacity factor, it ranges up to 35 to 48 percentage in onshore. Measures the actual energy produced against the maximum possible output. Then the turbine power will ranges up to 2 to 15 megawatt. Then cut-in speed is up to 6 to 9 miles per hour. Then the 95 percentage of availability, that is typical operating uptime for an wind turbine. So within a very fraction of time, the power will start to generate and we can able to integrate with the grid. So the wind flow is an ever varying one. So we have to forecast how much wind will come during this month, how much wind will comes during the next month. So based on that, we can able to schedule the demand and supply. If we fully rely on the wind turbine power, then it is not an proper one. We have to go for some alternative source, or we can rely on multiple renewable energy source. Not only this one, even solar, all have its own drawbacks. Similarly, the drawback of this wind turbine is a fluctuating one, and it is a seasonal one. It will not be available throughout the year because the wind flow will be keeps on varying for several months. In July to August or July to October, the wind flow will be very high. Later on, it will be gradually reducing, and geographical locations also placing a major role for setting up the wind turbine. We can't able to place the wind turbine in all places. So these are all some images which shows onshore wind turbine and offshore wind turbine. So in offshore wind turbine, the wind turbine is placed inside the sea. So transmitting the power inside the sea through cables is a very big challenging task, and also the Wind turbines are placed inside the sea water, so the foundation will start to corrode in a very faster manner. So you could see that the wind turbines are placed in the onshore, especially in the desert areas. The wind flow will be very very high. So there also so many difficulties are there. Sometimes the abnormal amount of wind flow will be there. So the wind turbine can't be operated in a very high wind speeds that will create an irrecoverable damage to the blades. So the economic impact, it reduces the cost, then it is creating in jobs, then even in the rural areas the landowners receive significant lease payments by boosting the local economies. Then supply chains, it is creating an enormous amount of jobs across the various industries, and it has some environmental benefits too. We have to strictly accept that. First one is an emissions, second one is an water savings, third one, it improves the air quality. Then this renewable source is an inexhaustible one. So it has so many advantages, but little disadvantage with the wind turbine is it will create an visual disturbance, and it will sometimes it will create some noise, and it will disturb the birds, because unknowingly if any bird pass through during the operation of wind turbine, it will get hurt. Many birds are dying due to that wind turbine. So these are all some future outlook that is related to innovation and expansion. Larger turbines developed up to 20 megawatt prototypes are still continue. Some of the pioneer wind turbine manufacturers are Suzlon, ZF Wind Power, Siemens. These are all some companies which have an enormous capacity wind turbines. Then hybrid projects, that is co-locating with solar and battery storage systems. Then smart grid capabilities. Then global growth, because this continuously growing sector will keeps on adding the numbers. So within 10 years the numbers will be very huge. Then decarbonization, so we all move towards the zero emissions. So for that, this wind energy conversion system supporting a lot. So that's all, we came to the end of the discussion. Thank you for your patient listening. We'll be discussing another interesting topic in the upcoming video. Bye. Stay tuned.